Good morning, sir. Today we're going to be comparing the four aircrafts per purchase consideration. I'm excited to show you the cost per hour breakdown, factor values, and how they stand up to one another. The finance department created a selection matrix table to provide in great detail which aircraft is going to be the better option for the company's continuous growth. I hope at the end of this presentation you get a better idea of the value add of owning an aircraft at our disposal. Sir, as you can see here on the matrix table, we have the previous four aircrafts listed above in yellow. Beneath them is the total number of factors added from each category. The factor, value, and weight factors are what we will focus our attention on this slide. Per our previous discussions, we decided that the most important categories are price, age of the aircraft, value factor, cabin volume, wing loading, payload with max fuel, range with max payload, and direct operating cost for a 300 nautical mile trip and cost maintenance per hour. For each of these categories, and from our meetings with the budget analyst, we determined the weight factor ranging from 1 to 4, 4 being the most important. The price is certainly the first thing we need to take in consideration as we gave this category a 4. The aircraft's age was of little importance as most of these listed have impeccable maintenance history, so this received a 1. The value factor is critical to knowing which aircraft will give us more bang for our buck. So this category received a weight factor of 3. Since we need to be able to fly at least 4 people at any given time, we thought the cabin volume was important. On the next slide, we'll go over the rest of the categories, but for now, we'll focus on these. So if you direct your attention to the aircraft name at the very top, directly underneath, you will see a factor value. The higher the number, the better the value of our purchase. I'm going to backtrack a bit, sir. Last week, we discussed the Gulfstream being the better of the 4, but I digress. From this, it looks like the CJ1 is the better option with the highest value factor of 36 and being the cheapest of all 4. The Piper M600 came in second with a value factor of 32, with a purchase price of almost $3 million. We can see the benefit of the citation. Although the King Air and Gulfstream have the lowest scores, they came out on top with cabin volume category. So next slide. This slide shows a continuation of the selection matrix and the other 5 categories, which are the wing load. Wing loading is an important factor as it relates to the measure of the stalling speed, but for this presentation, we gave it a 1. We did put an emphasis on the payload with full fuel category as we need to maximize our trip value. As you can see, the better the payload with max fuel is the Gulfstream, and coming in second is the Citation. The range with max payload category is another critical factor to consider since we want the ability to travel the furthest with maximum occupancy. Next slide. Okay, so the last 2 categories are the direct operating cost per hour for a 300 nautical mile trip and maintenance cost per hour. We gave both a weight factor of 4, being that over time these categories will be the costliest, except for the initial purchase price, of course. The Piper M600 costs $511 to fly 300 nautical miles. Since it takes an hour and 22 minutes to fly 300 miles, it would cost us roughly $700. The King Air 250 can fly 300 nautical miles in an hour and 3 minutes and would cost $1,221.15 for the trip. The CJ1 would cost $1,241.10 and the Gulfstream $3,087.60. So I think the pros outweigh the cons with the CJ1, and with the Citation's maintenance costs being much less than the Gulfstream, this decision should be a no-brainer. That's it. I appreciate everyone's attention. Thank you.